I don't think I've been this nervous with the cold drink in my two hands, saying no thanks. Like any way it goes, cause I know things they shouldn't have.
What are your like? Are you stuffy or are you achy
Nah,
too?
I think I'm getting like a cold. I don't know what it's from. I think this is going around. There's a few other people in my.
Yeah, I was sick last week.
No one gives a shit that you were sick last week, Marcos.
Yeah, I think the fans do.
What's your go-to
you're
get
feisty
over?
today,
What's your
man.
go-to? I am annoyed today. Yeah,
I can
for
tell.
sure. Sorry,
Did you have
I
a
am.
bad work day?
No, I mean, dude, I'm just sick and I just got low patience. And
Yeah.
don't.
Keeps going up. Okay.
Here, Marcos. There's to everything that adjusts. It's gonna be knobs.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? Go down?
Just closer.
How about-
Right here. That's good. That's good.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. I'm scared to ask for anything else. So aggressive today.
No, I'm not aggressive. I just
Are people in your office sick?
yeah, there are people in my office sick.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I mean, I think it's partially because I'm sick and I just got a short fuse, but it's also. I really don't like the Christmas. Like, I don't like holiday seasons.
Really?
At all. It really irritates me. Yeah.
What about it?
The whole thing.
The pressure to like do stuff? And
Just that and like
or are you having like lonely?
No, I don't. I
seasonal
don't. Maybe
loneliness?
no. It's not seasonal loneliness. No, it's just I have loneliness year round. That's nothing to do with the season. No, I
I have year-long loneliness.
yeah. It just reminds me that another year's gone by. I
Yeah.
guess. I also don't like.
It makes you like-
I hate Christmas music. I've
You
said
hate
this
Christmas
before,
music?
man. I
I
hate
love
Christmas.
Christmas.
Are you serious right
I
now?
listen to it in the office.
What you?
Yeah.
Just sitting at your desk, you listen to Christmas.
Yeah. It brings me good memories.
Okay, well then that's probably why I don't know if that's the reason why I don't like it, but I just feel like it's the same music like every
Yeah,
year.
I don't know.
Change it.
I watched this one YouTube video where it's like a crackling fireplace in this living room that's like the coziest living room, and it's like snow falling outside and there's like a Christmas tree and stuff.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I'm like, I don't know if there's a heaven or not, but if there is a heaven, my perfect like moment would be just me in this living room in like a warm, cozy Christmas living room with all my friends and family, everyone I've ever known, and everyone is just happy eating. And I'm like, that's perfect for me. That's like perfection.
That sounds really boring to me. Like
No.
after, see what I'm saying?
Like, what do you mean, like a lively Christmas
when you go,
party
When
with,
you
like-
go to your, maybe I've never had like a fun lively.
I'm just like, imagine like having like a, I don't know, like everyone that's ever meant something to you together in a room.
I got
with good
you.
food, and good alcohol.
Maybe I've had bad experiences. I just like after that
Yeah.
after I get bored after like an hour.
On Christmas?
Yeah,
Specifically?
Yes. Well, any like get together, it's just like what do we do?
Yeah, I know. I
it's
mean,
just like no.
it's always overrated. Like,
yeah, exactly.
like when you
so why
reminisce-
would you want that forever? That sounds. You'd be like after an hour, you'd be like, this is the worst idea.
I don't know. It's
ever.
just like a perfect moment to me.
yeah, a moment,
I could-
a moment. But after
Yeah.
like 2 hours, you're
Well,
like,
I've never
I'm like-
had it like that, but I'd picture something like that.
So
like
this is all. This actually never happened. This is just something you're making up.
I've had good Christmas moments, but I've never had like
Give me your best
something
Christmas
like
moment.
that. I don't know. There's a lot. There's
Give me a
like
good one.
my favorite Christmas.
I don't give a shit. Give me something that you enjoy.
You're feisty today,
you're like I have all these. Okay, here's the first thing. You're like that sounds great. I just go yeah, but for a moment you're like yeah I know, but it's for longer. It's gonna be miserable. You're like yeah I know. That like give me a good Christmas moment. You're like there's so
Well,
many.
no,
I'm like give me one. You're like
I'm just
I
agreeing
can't.
that like yeah, like Christmas never lives up to the hype, is what I'm agreeing.
So
to.
why do you like that? You like
I
that
don't know.
still?
I just like the
You like
yeah.
the idea of having
yeah.
a good Christmas.
I think it's a theory. Yeah, it's not like the actual. Yeah,
that's really weird. You understand that, right?
yeah. But no, I do agree. Like the end of the year, like it does make you reflect on what you've done,
Yeah.
and especially for me, my birthday's Thursday.
Oh
And,
shit.
Yeah,
Happy
31.
That's right. Dave told me that. Happy
Yeah.
birthday, man.
Yeah, and so like, there's also like a lot
You
of
and
pressure.
Chang, you and Chang almost had the same
Yeah.
birthday, right?
There's also like a lot of pressure. Like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't want to like
Yeah.
be the center of attention and just like throw a party for myself.
Yeah.
You know? So like I especially like don't like this specific time of the year just because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
But like Christmas is like lesser. But then yeah, like there's also the pressure of like, what are we gonna do for New Year's? You know, like last year we had a really good New Year's in New Orleans. That was fucking badass time.
I think I'm going to Austin, man.
You're going to Austin?
I think so.
For like with who?
Like Jordan and Steve and them.
Oh really?
Yeah,
What are they
I
gonna
think
do?
so. I don't. No idea.
Do they have like an event or anything, or they're just?
I have no idea.
Oh, well, how do you know? They're just going to Austin.
Well, I said they booked hotels.
Oh really?
Yeah. So give me the hotel they were staying at. I think I'm gonna go. I gotta look at though. I gotta
Yeah.
actually do that like today.
Huh. That sounds interesting.
I need a plan though. Because I mean, last year was fun, but I don't like the idea of not having a plan,
Yeah, for sure.
especially on New Year's. Because if you wait till last minute, it's just I hate
Yeah,
that.
and then like, but even like when you start asking your friends and shit like this early, no one knows.
Yeah, I know, but I'm
surprised, like, Jordan
I know.
and
That's why-
Steve,
no,
they're
no,
like the-
Jordan of course doesn't. But Steve and my boy Lou, they're like, yeah, we booked the hotel. We're going to Austin. I was like, all right, good. I don't even give a
Really?
shit if Jordan goes. I'll go hang with y'all.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So it's just like I don't know,
Yeah.
because I
But
hate
I-
not having a plan on.
I
on
do
New
like.
Year's.
Yeah, I hate Thanksgiving now though for some reason.
Because it's boring. It's stupid.
I
It's like,
hate
what do
it
we?
now.
Because you eat the same. It's not. You hate.
yeah.
You eat the same shitty food 20 times. Yeah, it's not good. It's not even good food.
This is gonna be the most negative podcast.
I know.
coming up.
I am being negative.
No,
and
no,
I'm
let's
shitting
do it.
all over the
Let's
hot. I'm
let's
sorry.
embrace it. Let's embrace
I've people call me the Grinch, and I know. I don't. I try not to shit on other people's because
Yeah,
there's people
yeah.
that if you do love the holidays, I'm not gonna be miserable. Fuck around you and just like enjoy your
Yeah.
holiday.
Yeah.
I just don't enjoy it.
Yeah. No, I have like as I've gotten older, and especially like since my mom passed.
Yeah.
I would usually cook with her. But,
Oh,
like,
dude, that's
now,
rough.
Now that she's gone,
Yeah.
like I woke up this Thanksgiving and I had to make some Brussels sprouts or something, and I woke up like at 12. I was like, oh, fuck, like god damn it, like I was just pissed. I was like, gym was closed.
Yeah.
I couldn't like everything was closed, so I couldn't like find food or like do anything that I wanted to do. I was like, this day fucking sucks. Now I got to cook some shit.
Yeah.
Like run to the grocery store and then go there. And like the actual like, Thanksgiving dinner was like all right, but it's like it always like extends more than you want to be there, you know?
Yeah.
And you're just sitting there for hours with your
And I hate
family
how
and you
people-
run out of shit to say.
Here's
It's like I
here's
see
a-
these people like twice a year, and like we're supposed.
That's what I'm
to,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
You know, like I'm closer with y'all than like my
yeah, I like
my
that-
cousins and shit. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't know. We're forced to hang out with each other. If you want to see me during the year,
Well,
there's 364 days out of the year. you
I've
can
always
see me.
thought that about family over like friends. Like people are like, no, blood is thicker than
I don't know
water.
what that means. Yeah.
Yeah, people are just like, put your family over first. I'm like, I see my cousins like twice a year. Like I see my friends like at least like 3 times a week. You know, like they
Yeah.
matter to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's what I don't like about it.
But it is true that like if you do get like fatally ill or something, your family is always
Yeah,
there
I
and your
know.
friends aren't always there, you know? Like your family will go no matter what.
That's why you got to pick good friends.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
will be there. But
But yeah, partially like your family will go out just like because they feel like they have a responsibility because blood is thicker than water.
if you
right?
got a good family, yeah. But I mean, if you got good friends, they'll do that for you. The trick is,
yeah.
and
Yeah, I'm sure. Like,
just because their family doesn't necessarily mean they'll do that for
Yeah.
you.
yeah, but it's different. Like your immediate family will always like, you know, feel the pain more than your friends will, I think.
For the most part, yeah. For
Yeah.
you, I mean, for the most part, for
Yeah,
you,
like I mean,
I'm sure there's people out there that would feel the opposite way.
where their friends would.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
well,
sure
they
people
have
who
shitty
like-
families, and
But
they're-
people who have like a normal upbringing,
a normal upbringing.
it's like yeah, like if I get cancer tomorrow, like I know my sister, my dad are gonna like be by my hospital bed like all day.
What percentage do people do you think have a normal upbringing like that?
I don't. I mean, how the fuck?
I'm just trying to get ballpark numbers. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like the people that we hang out with, most of them. No, that's not like a good indication of what.
you
the,
hang out a good.
yeah,
Yeah, I
like
guess I don't know. I don't know
like
because
upper
other
middle
people
class.
are close. Like I was thinking, like
I think the majority have a normal upbringing.
Sorry,
No,
I was
you're-
talking about in like in third world countries, like they're probably closer to their
Oh,
families.
you're
than
talking
we
about
are.
worldwide?
Yeah, I was talking about worldwide. I wasn't just talking about the U.S.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
They don't
that
celebrate-
their family units are.
I wonder what like what holidays they have in other countries that we don't have no idea. You know, everyone.
Oh,
I think
Thanksgiving's such a big
everyone.
deal
I think
here.
everyone knows like the U.S. holidays, like Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But in other countries, I'm
Does
sure they have holidays.
Canada has a Thanksgiving, right? I think it's different though.
I don't
on
know.
a different date, but
We should definitely stop celebrating Thanksgiving as well. It's
Just
kind of
like-
a bad.
like to be like
This is the
woke.
day. This is the
like
day.
if we're really being woke.
I mean, honestly, I mean, When you really think about it, what are we celebrating here? That we stole a country from people?
Yeah.
Is that what we're celebrating right now?
Dude, I saw a great SNL
that
skit.
we killed a lot of people? Is that what
Yeah.
we're celebrating right now?
So Will Ferrell was on SNL like a week ago, the Thanksgiving one.
Oh, was he really?
And he was on a skit, and it was the perfect like mirror of what's going on today, where like he was an Indian and he was with an Indian family, and this white guy was coming. He was like talking shit about the white guy. He's like, hey, we need to build a wall. Like these guys, they're bringing like all these sicknesses and they're killing us. Like we need to bring a wall. Like I'm sick of these immigrants. And they're talking about all the white people coming. And they're like, you can't say that about them.
Yeah,
Like, all the other
that's-
Indians are
that's
like, don't do that. Like
Yeah.
they have feelings too. Like,
That's great.
But it was like everything that we say about like,
Right,
like
right.
everything conservatives say about like Mexicans,
Right.
they were saying about white people.
That's
and
great.
from the Indians.
That's
and I was like,
great.
this is fucking perfect.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
And I was
actually
like,
really
wow,
good.
that's like,
See?
that's how we were. Like they were in this country and they were like, all these fucking people are coming and killing us with smallpox and shit.
Yeah. And what do
And taking our shit.
I still don't know what is significant specifically about that Thanksgiving. Does anyone know? Do you know what like specifically event happened on that day?
I think, yeah, fuck, I don't know. I think it's
Hang on
probably
a minute.
bullshit, but I think
Yeah, I know, right?
we were told like there was a
I
dinner
know.
where the pilgrims
But
and
I'm
Indians
Mexican.
shared food.
Here's the thing, but I'm Mexican, so who gives a fuck about what
Yeah.
I like? What do I have to do?
Well,
with?
we live in this country, and that's like when the country, like, I don't know. But that's a story that we've been told.
I know, but I think it's just that. I think it's just a stupid story.
Yeah, I mean, no, it probably. I doubt that dinner ever happened. I'm sure it was more like, hey, we killed
Yeah,
the men and raped the women.
Let's celebrate.
Yeah, we took their gold and we infected them with smallpox.
Yeah, and chopped off their hands if
Yeah.
they didn't do it what we
Yeah.
wanted them to do.
If they didn't believe in Jesus Christ, then if they didn't accept Jesus over their sun gods.
We started off on a good note. This is
Yeah,
like
this is a upbeat one.
what else is going on?
Shout out to Chang, still stuck in the utility
Oh
closet.
yeah,
I know you guys haven't heard from Chang in a while.
yeah. I know. I'm sorry. I've been trying
Just to
get
update
him.
you, he's been living a great life. He's been out and about. He will be making an appearance soon.
Hopefully,
we hope.
hopefully soon.
So
It's
he
his
was-
birthday. It's Marcos' his birthday.
it's both of our birthdays
this
coming up.
week. Why do you feel sharing a birthday with that guy?
There's actually a lot of early December birthdays.
What does that mean when your parents banged? I don't know what that. I can't do the math on that.
That's March, spring, baby, I guess.
No, that's February.
Or yeah, it could be Valentine's.
Valentine's Day, baby.
Yeah, spring
A
was in
lot
the
of
air.
time getting down.
Yeah.
Do you know the story behind your conception?
No,
Neither do I. I
no.
wanted to know if you did.
Does anyone?
Some
even,
people,
like,
I feel like some people do. Yeah,
they remember the exact time they fucked. They're not fucking enough then.
yeah,
They're really, I fucked your mom once that year and she got pregnant. So
dude, I'm sure there's couples that
Yeah,
you know, like
remember our Uber
Yeah,
driver?
I know.
he was like, we
Oh,
had sex twice and
so
I had two girls.
I was taking an Uber with Marcos recently, a month ago.
yeah, we were.
And we were
complaining
talking about
women.
we were complaining about women. I wasn't complaining. I was just talking.
But
You
yeah,
asked
just-
me about a situation. I was telling you
Yeah,
about it.
we were just venting.
And we were just talking about these girls, and our Uber driver chimes in and starts telling us about his ex-wife. And I don't remember specifically. Do you remember specifically what his? I mean, I remember after the first thing you said, I was like, "What is?" I just started thinking about this poor guy.
you were just venting about a certain girl.
Right,
how,
right.
like-
And then what did he say? I remember what I said. I don't want to say what I
Yeah,
said.
I know.
Okay,
I'm not gonna
but
say
so
anything,
I
but-
know what I said. I was just like venting about a girl. I was unhappy
I think he was
with
like,
the way
yeah,
the
I
situation.
had a girl like that.
Right, and
before.
he's like talking about his ex-wife. He's like basically like get away
Like,
from that type of
yeah.
girl. It only gets worse when you get married.
He's like, I've been with crazy too, and then
Yeah.
he started talking about
yeah,
his
but
crazy.
what was his situation though? Remember, he was like married for like 10 years or something like
Yeah,
that.
he
What was
married
it?
a younger woman that was crazy for like 7 years, and they had sex twice, and they had 2 daughters, I think.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I remember he had 2 kids, and he was like, I
Yeah.
had sex twice, and I was like, I don't know if this guy's being serious or not.
Yeah, and then now he's Uber driving.
Now he's Uber driving.
So I'm assuming she took most of his.
I have
wealth.
no idea what the deal was with that guy. I
Yeah.
still think about him sometimes today,
Yeah.
and it makes me sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it made me like advice like that. It sounds good because whenever you think like sometimes
yeah.
you get depressed about do I make the right decisions, and then you like think about stories like that
Yeah,
people tell
I
you
know.
like you have in your heart of hearts and in your mind or in your hearts you made the right decision. You've hopefully you made the right decisions, but you still second guess yourself sometimes, when you get lonely or when the holiday season comes around.
Yeah, I do too.
You always second guess yourself, but then it helps if you remember stuff like that people tell you and you're like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I think, what's sadder than a breakup after 2 years? A breakup after 5 years.
Yeah, that's true.
People that waste years in relationships that you see and you're just like, this is never gonna work.
What are you doing? Yeah,
like y'all are not good for each other.
Yeah,
and like will spend years of their lives, and I'm like, dude, you have one life on this planet. There's so many people out there.
Right.
That's the sad part to me.
Yeah,
like it is like sad. Like, okay, like things didn't work out with a certain person and it does suck.
Yeah.
But then it's like, what if I invested? What's even sadder is like what
if we got married and had two kids and had sex
like
twice
in
10 years.
Yeah, or like something like that happening to you. Like that's the real tragedy to me.
I know.
Yeah. So
I guess the same things about any situation. Not just being in love, like any situation.
Oh, for sure. Like
investing whatever, like you're putting yourself in the wrong spot for whatever reason you are.
Personally, for me, it's like getting fired from work. I've been fired a few times, and thank the fuck God. I think back, and I'm like, thank God I got fired from that job. My first job out of college.
I was thinking from, you got fired for your first job out of college?
Yeah, man.
Sucked.
Can I tell you the story?
Oh yeah, hang on. But who was it? Adam Carolla. Mm-hmm. He talks about how apparently he used to do he was a construction worker, and he was on a podcast one time. He was talking about get failures are part of life. Everyone should do it. He's like, everyone's gonna get fired from a job and everyone's gonna lose, but he's like, have you noticed? He's like, I've been fired from plenty of jobs. And he started listing all the jobs he got fired from. He's like, I've always gotten a better one. I've always moved on, and I've always been like, oh, thank God I got fired from that one.
100%.
And I was like, that's weird because in the time everyone just focuses on how much it sucks. It's true, but he's like,
you're pissed. Like you feel like it's like a breakup.
It's more like it's for like, I've let myself down, or you feel lost. Like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it's just a horrible feeling, and you just don't know, you got to worry about money, and especially with kids and a family.
Yeah, that's true. It is stressful.
So tell me about your...
Yeah. Oh, so I worked at a surgery center that did like plastic surgeries and stuff, but there was also like an emergency room attached to it, and I was in HR. And it was all women that worked there because it was all nurses and stuff. Right. So there was like a lot of gossip. So I remember one time, I wasn't like the best employee. I
thought that would be great because it's just like they would mess. I feel like you'd be on the outside looking in because they're just gonna talk shit about each other. They would talk shit about you.
Well, eventually, that was the the straw that broke the camel's back. But I had other issues like coming in like a little later and stuff like that. Like I wasn't late all the time, but I was late. And I wasn't really too invested in the job because I didn't like it.
Right.
But anyway, so one time I would eat lunch at my desk and I would watch basketball highlights while I ate.
Okay.
And apparently someone some of the girls told on me that I was watching videos all day during work.
All right.
And so she's like, hey, we heard or I heard that, you kind of just watch stuff on your computer all day and stuff. And I'm like, what? That was only during lunch.
Right.
But whatever. I mean, she thought it was worthy enough to fire me. So
wow. Yeah. That was the one thing that happened, or was it just so it was like you showing up late?
I mean, my memory is a little hazy now.
Right.
I think it was just an accumulation of my disinterest.
Gotcha.
And she could kind of sense that.
How'd you get that job?
Through the career center at A&M. Oh, okay. They have job postings and shit.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, and thank God, I hated that job.
Wow.
It was just literally the most it was HR.
How'd you go from that to this?
It was another posting. It was real estate. I'm like, that sounds a lot different than what I HR. That sounds way better than this.
And how'd you find it? Do you remember?
Career center too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never found a job on Monster or LinkedIn or something. Yeah. People send me a bunch of spam shit on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But I'm always I wonder if that actually would lead to anything.
I don't know.
Do you get hit up with random recruiters?
Yeah, I get hit up with recruiters all the time.
Not all the time, but
no, I get hit up all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody has to pay tax, and then the problem with recruiters hitting you up for jobs is that everyone always needs help when they're in a bind, And then if you go to a place like that, you know, it's like usually a fire drill, like they're getting audited for like whatever millions, and they need help because they have no, because they obviously if they mess some shit up that they're coming, they need a specialist to come. Yeah, they need you to If usually they come in to find you, it's probably too late, and they're trying to get like someone to like help you get them out, which which you don't want to. I mean, you don't walk into that situation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Damn.
But yeah, I get hip all the time. I don't know. I would have to edit that out, Marcos. So,
let's talk Irishman.
Yeah, let's talk about it. What did you like about it? Did you not like it? Everybody?
I mean, overall, I think it was overrated. And the Oscar buzz that it's getting, I don't understand. I will say, let me start off with the positives. The acting was good.
Oh, the acting was great. Yeah, of course.
Joe Pesci was good.
Joe Pesci,
it's good. My main issue I had with it, and I have like a lot of other smaller issues. Like,
what other issues did you have? I didn't have any like issues. I didn't have any issues with it.
Yeah, I'm like, how did the daughter just know that he killed?
Oh, that was easy, dude.
Well, she just knew.
Yeah. That was why
none of the other daughters picked up on it.
Yeah, because
she was just like the really sensitive daughter. That
that was your biggest problem with it.
No, I had a problem. Like, she just knew. It's like, hey,
no,
like,
she
maybe
knew,
you knew about it, but like, were you the one?
You're an idiot. 100%. That was believable. No, that was not even an issue at all.
No, she just knows.
No, because he said he didn't call that guy's wife.
Oh, so you extrapolate that my dad murdered this guy because he didn't call?
If your best friend went missing, and wouldn't you be like, oh, let me call his girlfriend? See, wouldn't that be your first thought?
Yeah, but I don't know how you extrapolate. Oh, my dad must have murdered him since he didn't call.
Because Marcos, do you not understand? Like, okay, if Marcos is missing, first thing I'm gonna do is like, okay, I'm gonna call your sister. And if someone came to me and was like, hey, you know, if that happened and I was like, oh, I didn't call Marcos' sister or the person they're with every day, then yeah, they'd be like, why wouldn't you do that automatically? Because you already, it's obvious.
Be suspicious. Okay, well,
okay. Well, then she already knows her dad's. Okay, that's one thing.
It's a minor one.
Okay, she knows that it's her dad's. Okay, that's the thing.
I just think
she knows her dad's a murderer, and she probably. Because she saw him crush some guy's hand. Spoiler alert on this whole thing, by the way. Because she knows that
was also a terrible scene. That was a terrible scene.
She saw him watch the TV earlier where that other guy got murdered, and she walked in and she knew that he killed that.
How?
That guy. Because she knows her dad. If your dad was a murderer, don't you think you'd know it? She knew what her dad did for a living. She wasn't stupid. She lived with him for 20 years. She knew it was a hitman.
I felt like he hid it from them. Well,
okay. Well, you're okay. You're a moron.
She just knew she was at home. Okay, she's at home all day, but she
okay. Let me tell you this. If your dad was an alcoholic and you never saw him drink, you would know that your dad's alcoholic.
That's different, though.
How is it different?
Because you can murder someone and then.
No, you can't.
You can change.
No, you can't. You can change. No, you can't. You cannot. You cannot just murder someone and then just walk through the door like, "Where's dinner?" That's
if you're a sociopath, you can.
Okay,
he's a sociopath.
He had a family and he was not a sociopath.
What do you mean? He just murdered.
He murdered because it was his job.
Okay, this is my main point. This leads me perfectly to my main point.
Okay, what's your main point?
The main character, Robert De Niro, has zero personality. And he has zero say or opinion in the way his life goes.
Yeah, like an old Irish guy.
He's literally a yes man.
Yes, he does.
They don't develop his character at all.
That's the way they were back in the day. Do you understand? That's the way men used to be during that time area. There were guys that were actually like that.
Do you feel any connection to this character?
I didn't feel a connection to him. I felt a connection to like there were people that lived their lives like that back in that day, and I could see that guy. I could see that guy. I didn't have a connection to him, but I think that was the point. They were trying to say this guy doesn't have a connection with anyone. So why would you have a connection with him as an audience member if he doesn't have a connection with his own family?
Well, he's the narrator, and they focus on him the most.
Yeah, but
he's supposed to be the hero.
Yeah, but he's just explained to you what happened. He's not sharing his feelings about it. He was just
he's supposed to be the hero of the thing. Like
he's not a hero of the thing.
Exactly. I mean, but he's the
main character.
He's the protagonist.
I don't think he's a pro. I mean, I don't think the plot. What do you think the plot was?
Well,
what do you think the overall plot of the movie was?
The overall plot is, well, let me think about it. I haven't really thought about it like in a big.
Yeah.
I mean, the plot is what happened. What do you talk like the overall theme?
Yeah. What do you think the overall plot? What do you think the overall plot is?
It's just this
I'll
guy
tell you
who,
what
who comes from rags to riches, and he's willing to do whatever it takes.
That's not what I took the plot away. That's not what I took the plot was.
Well,
at
can I
all.
finish my thought, though?
Yeah, for sure.
So like, I feel like they did not develop him in any way. Like I felt no connection to him. I felt like
they did that on purpose.
I know. Okay, maybe, but I feel like he was just like, he walked around. And they were like, do this. He was like, okay, do this. Okay. And like at the end, we see this old man who's alone, and his family has shunned him. And I don't know if we're supposed to feel some remorse for this guy or what, that he's alone. But I felt zero remorse. I'm like, dude, you're a murderer, and you literally like had no say or opinion.
Right.
Spoiler alert! Like when they tell you to murder your best friend,
Right.
like that's the moment where I was expecting him to like do something, to act on something,
Right.
to be like, no, like that's enough. Like I'm gonna stand up and be like, I'm not gonna murder him.
Right.
You know, if you guys want to murder him, you'll have to go
Right.
through me.
Right.
I was expecting that, and he's just like, poof, just dead. I'm like, this guy has like no personality. He's just like he's a vessel. He's a gun.
Right.
He's a body with a gun.
Right.
And they're just like, he's a henchman.
Right.
Okay.
And so that's what you think so the movie was about him being a henchman
I was
in
waiting
your
for
eyes.
him because you're
want
seeing
him to
everything through his eyes.
You want
and
him to
you're like,
you want him to turn around and be good, but he doesn't.
yeah, I'm just waiting for him to show some type of humanity.
And he didn't.
Yeah.
And
So maybe that's the point, is like they're like,
okay.
I know they're trying to like, instead of glorifying the mob like Goodfellas did,
Right.
they're showing like how they, you know, like when they introduce people, they were
Right.
like, he died in 1981. He died
Right.
like 19. So they're showing like in the mob, like you either die young or you go to jail for life.
Right.
There is no happy ending in this, you know?
Right.
And he's like the only guy that survives, and even his ending is not happy.
Right.
So I don't know. It was a good movie,
Right.
but I was just I don't know. I was expecting more development for that character. Now, what do you like?
No, I think you're. I think
Not necessarily that he would turn good. Like that's too simple. I'm just saying that he would show some humanity, and he would like, even like if he was going to
you know
kill.
it's based on a real story, right?
Yeah, but it's been debunked apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like this guy on his deathbed, the
Right.
Robert De Niro character, he
Yeah.
said that he killed Jimmy Hoffa,
Yeah.
and apparently it's been debunked like 20 million times.
Oh, he did. He
I don't
said
know.
he didn't. He didn't kill him.
He's apparently I was just listening to a podcast, and they said it's been debunked. I haven't
there's
done any
no
of my
way.
own
There's no
research.
way that he killed him. Is that what they're saying?
He said on his deathbed that he killed Jimmy Hoffa, and there's been no
Oh,
proof.
there's been no proof that he actually.
Yeah,
killed him.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
People-
that was. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I know
but
that.
He
no,
said he did.
no. Are you okay? Are
But
you?
let me
Are
go
you
back.
wait? Are you saying that there's no proof that he said he did that, or
No,
there's
there-
no proof that he actually did
That
it?
he actually did it.
Okay.
But he definitely said it on his deathbed.
Okay.
He's like, hey, Jimmy Hoffa, I killed him.
How would they have proof of that?
I don't know. I heard somehow they debunked it. I haven't done any research. I don't know. Maybe they were like, oh, this guy was here when like Jimmy Hoffa was
Oh,
here.
yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know.
All right.
You know. But he
heard-
did take a plane flight.
I heard he's on. Yeah, I heard he's on like the FBI or like on the top 6
I'm sure- yeah, I'm
suspects.
sure he was actually
He was on the
mob and
suspect.
stuff.
He was on the
Yeah.
suspect list for
I'm
Jimmy
sure.
Hoffa's death.
Yeah.
At the time, so when they say, "Well, we couldn't have," I don't think that's true, because they would have taken him off the list if they would have.
All right, just to go back, not to harp on this, but yeah, like I wouldn't mind if he killed Jimmy Hoffa in terms of the plot, as long as he showed some hesitation. He literally was just like stone cold, like boom, boom. He's like, I'm just gonna kill you. Like, did you see like any,
What difference? What difference is
did
that
you
make?
sense any struggle within himself? Like I sensed like a little, like when he initially asked him.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
He's like,
Yeah,
we're gonna
yes,
kill Jimmy,
yes.
and like you're gonna have to be the one.
Yes.
And he's just like silent. And he's
Yes.
like,
Did you not sense when they were riding in the car? What are you talking about? That's what that whole. That's what that whole scene was. When he was talking to, how do you not pick up on this, Marcos? When he's debating, like getting in the car, and he's like, "Oh, you're here," and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here," and he's trying
Jimmy.
to, yeah, he's trying to. Jimmy's trying, or what's Robert De Niro's character's name?
I don't know. Let's call him Robert. Or Robert
Yeah,
De Niro.
when Robert's in the car and Jimmy's like, "Hey, what do you oh,
Yeah,
you're supposed to
he's
be it too."
confused.
Yeah, he was confused, right? And he looks at him and he's like, if anyone else was in the car,
he senses something's
if
up.
if anyone else was in the car, he wouldn't have got in. There's
Yeah,
two things
okay, I
there's two
understand
things
that.
that made him get in the car, and you could tell that Robert De Niro was like uncomfortable with it because he knew what was going to happen, and you could tell he was uncomfortable.
Yeah,
At that
'cause-
point, he was uncomfortable. You could
Yeah,
tell.
but I didn't sense any like more moral like struggle within himself.
He wasn't. I mean, did you not sense it when he was uncomfortable?
No,
That's
I
what it
did
was.
not.
That's what it was. What are you talking about? That was when he was in the back seat of the car. That's what it was. He was like uncomfortable because he knew he was about to kill his best friend. How did you not get that?
So the most personality I get out of this guy is a little uncomfort.
What do you want to do?
Three and a half hours.
What do you want him
of
to do?
investing my life into this guy?
What do you want him to do, Marco?
It was
Start
lacking.
shaking?
It was lacking.
What do you want him to do? I don't understand. What
what do you mean?
What could you have Robert De Niro do to express that he was more like? What could he without telling him like, hey, without breaking down and giving away that I was gonna shoot him? What could he possibly have done?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not up to me. I'm not the director. I'm just
No,
the
there's
audience.
I'm saying there's nothing else he could have done without expressing that. Hey, I'm about to kill you. If he starts shaking, if he
Are you
starts
just trying
crying.
to be contrarian, or do you actually?
No, I'm
believe that?
actually. There's what else could he possibly? You're like, oh, he didn't show. If he would have shown remorse, Jimmy would be like, why are you crying right now? Are you about to? Do you know?
Yeah, he
something
didn't show remorse at all. Either
Okay.
Afterward.
He couldn't. He had to go get his son. He had to get out of there.
So what do you think the point with the
You
theme
don't just
was?
shoot someone and just hang out around the house.
No.
What do you want him to do?
No, I'm not talking about immediately after. I'm talking about like when he's seen it on the TV with his daughter and shit.
He couldn't cry then because then his daughter would have known. I mean,
But
even
he-
though she did know,
He
but
never, I don't think, broke down.
when he's on the phone with his wife, he was breaking down. What are you talking about?
Yeah, a little.
Okay, exactly. There's your remorse. He felt bad about it. He almost started crying while I was
Well,
on the phone.
Maybe so. Maybe that was bigger to you than it was to me. To me, it wasn't that big. The point is, the point is, I just think that character had little personality.
They did that. I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose.
Okay, well, I mean, it
is
is what it is.
A, because he was a hitman, and B, because people actually like live by, like
Okay.
back then the wife stayed in the kitchen, the guy went to work, they were Irish Catholic or whatever it was, they just lived their lives like that. You went to work, you came home, that was it. And I think they were
Yeah.
trying to depict that, and I think they hit it on the head. Because like guys don't live like that today. For the most part, the culture's changed. We don't live like that anymore for the
Yeah,
most
I know.
part. But back then, people did live like that.
I also think we're allowed to be more emotional now.
Yeah,
Guys
exactly. But back then, you weren't allowed to be. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Put
especially in
yourself.
the mob.
Yeah, exactly. So put yourself in that guy's shoes. He probably acted as close to that guy could have acted back then.
Yeah. And my other issue is time. There were like how many conversations did they have with De Niro going back and forth with Pesci and Jimmy Hoffa? Like, hey man, tell your guy, like, he's got to act right or we're going to do something. And like they had the conversation like 7 times. It's like, we could have cut one of those out.
Oh, I didn't.
You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't notice like that many. Back and
Dude,
forth.
yeah, he kept like, he was the middleman, right?
Right.
Negotiating through that and like literally like 7 times.
Yeah, but things kept happening.
They were like, hey,
yeah,
tell
but,
your
but-
guy.
yeah, but things kept happening. Yeah, but
like, it was over and over.
But yeah, but
Like-
you don't. But here's the thing: he was the boss, so you can't just like it's not gonna quick. Like I said, they're gonna have to give him as much time as they can before they could kill him. Right? You can't just he's a boss.
Yeah,
He's a
but
big guy. He's a big. You can't just we're gonna take out a
Yeah.
president. You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna take out a president. You have to plan it out. It's gotta take. You gotta make sure everybody's involved. Get the okay from the right people.
Yeah, okay. In real
So
life.
it's gonna
But
take.
a
It's gonna
movie,
take.
so.
I know, but I mean, they were.
You had no issue with the time.
No, I did not. I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice that.
And I also think the last 30 minutes were kind of, they dragged on.
I don't think so. I think the whole plot of the movie was
Okay, coming from someone who fell asleep twice watching it,
yeah, it did start off slow.
because it was boring. I think the beginning was the best part.
I thought it did start off slow. No, I thought it started off slow, and I felt like the first 30 minutes it picked up. I thought that
What Rotten Tomatoes rating would you give it?
I'd give it a 7. It was a 7.
It's out of 100. 70?
Yeah, I'd give it a 70. 75, 70. It was a
I
good
think that's
movie.
fair.
It was a good movie. It
Yeah,
wasn't
see,
it wasn't incredible or anything.
I say all this, it's still thinking like, yeah, I'd give it a 75.
Yeah, it was still good. What I took away. So I thought the movie was about a guy who. So 2 things was it was based on a true story, and it kind of the plot was trying to tell you who killed this guy and how. Basically, I think it was trying to tell you how the rise and fall of it's giving the history because it's cool that the mob actually put. It's trying to give you a picture of how things worked back then. Like back then, unions were a big deal, and they helped
Yeah.
they'll get the president elected, and the president did this, and then
Yeah.
all these events unfolded. So it was kind of like a documentary about real life. And to add to that plot, they wanted to show you say that, oh, here's
through
the
the
guy
eyes of this one guy.
through the eyes of this one guy, how because he would have all the inside information, right? And one of the things they would tie into it is that we think he killed this guy, no one knows, but we think it could have been him, so we'll base it around that point. But also at the end, I think it's got like 3 plots. So one is like one of them is like the tie that has the history. It's kind of a documentary. The other one is like, oh, it's based on who actually killed this guy. We don't know, but we think it could have been him, and it could happen this way. But then the last part, the third one was, here's a guy who started off as a truck driver, went to the top of the mob as a hitman, and then at the end of his life, he ended up not having anything, and he was this tough hitman that killed a bunch of people, but at the end, but on his deathbed, he was alone and didn't talk to his daughter, and was scared to sleep at night with the door shut.
Yeah, when you put it like that, it's a great story.
Yeah, it's a great story when you take all 3 of those.
I think maybe the
effect.
execution is what
I thought
it was slow at times.
It was slow at times, but it
wasn't like a great movie. I didn't come away being like, that was like,
they could have cut out. I mean, it was 3 hours. They could have definitely cut out some scenes. I'll give you that. But the overall, like based on those 3, I mean, they had 3 plots going simultaneously.
yeah, you reminded me.
And the
I
acting
did
was
not
good.
like the acting was great. I didn't like how they focused so much on Jimmy Hoffa's like legal battles with the Supreme Court or whatever with Kennedy's brother.
Well, I think it was more of like it shows you. I think it was more of a tie out, like how
they were trying
politics are done or were done back then. Like they helped to get the guy elected, and you could just pay your way.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I thought it was a little. They deviated from the main plot.
I didn't.
Like, I know they were trying to create an image of what the world was like back then.
Yeah,
and how like these historical events tie into what was going on with the mob. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Just Jimmy Hoffa, like, and the Teamsters, and like all his like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, can we get back to like the mob shit?
But that was a big part of that's what I'm saying. That was a big
they were
part
trying to create, like, build him up, and like, what was he going through?
Yeah. I don't know.
Do you have any negatives?
Yeah,
too long.
It was just too long. They could have definitely cut out some scenes.
Yeah, I thought it was slow sometimes.
It was slow at some points. You know, they could have definitely just edited it out and cut out some scenes.
Yeah.
But I mean, to their effect, when you have Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci,
Yeah, that's great.
and Ray Romano, dude, they had some.
Yeah, Ray Romano.
Yeah, he played a great.
Yeah.
You know, I think they picked guys that actually looked the part.
Yeah,
You know,
like Italian.
they looked good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So I don't know. Yeah, it was all right. Overall, I give it a 7.5. Everyone's like losing their mind saying it's going to do all this stuff. I mean, I think it's just because they think it's Robert De Niro.
Did we talk about Honey?
What is that?
So it's getting Oscar buzz too. So Shia LaBeouf wrote, directed, and starred in his own movie
Yeah.
about his own childhood.
Oh, I heard
How
about that.
His dad was an alcoholic and stuff.
I'll tell you about another
Yeah.
movie they have with. We watched Peanut Butter Falcon.
Oh.
Oh, dude, it's a badass movie.
tearjerker?
Dude, I thought that was way better.
Dude,
than,
I think Shia LaBeouf is underrated.
Dude, I did. Dude,
good.
I used to think Shia LaBeouf was a douchebag, and I heard him on
He's-
some interviews. He's
he's
actually
weird.
a really cool guy. He's weird,
Yeah.
but I thought it was like all for looks. Like, nah, I think he's actually a weird guy. You know.
Yeah, no, he is for sure.
So
Because he grew up in that industry, you know.
Are you getting that buzzing?
Yeah. But yeah, I want to see that. That's good. You saw it in the
Yeah,
movie
it's
theater?
good. No, we rented it on Amazon
Oh.
Prime. What movie were you talking about? Honey, though.
Honey Boo or something?
Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, I want to hear it, or I want to watch it. It's getting a lot of Oscar buzz too. But yeah, it's about, he wrote, directed it, and starred in it.
Yeah, well, have you seen it?
No, I have not. I want to see it.
So you're just telling me about a movie that you heard was good?
Yeah, I was seeing if you had heard about it.
When did it come out?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Pretty
fine.
recent.
I'll tell you about a movie I have seen, Peter Pan Falcon. It was a great movie. It was about a mentally disabled young man that escapes from like a old folks home that he was placed in, and he runs into Shia LaBeouf, and Shia LaBeouf like helps him out. And I guess it's based on a book. I saw the previews for it. I was like, that looked really good. And then we rented it on Thanksgiving Day and on Amazon Prime and watched it. I thought it was really good. I would watch it again. It's probably one of my more favorite movies now.
Oh, of all time?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
that's-
really. I just thought it was like a really good.
That's high praise.
I mean, I would. It's got like a good. I thought it was like a good plot, and it ties in nicely. I mean, it's based on a book, and the book did really well. So I'm sure the book's way better, but I think the plot ties in really well, and the Shia LaBeouf plays his character, and the acting in it is pretty good. I like it. Wasn't too long, wasn't too short. There wasn't a lot of scenes that you could do without. It was all pretty well shot and
Yeah.
directed, and it was cool. I liked it. Get a nice, wholesome, good movie to see with the fam.
Yeah. So you all just sat around
Yeah.
after dinner.
Yeah, and
all
watched it. Yeah.
What should we do? Let's
Yeah,
watch a movie.
that's what we did.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much else to do with the family. I mean, we played card games too,
Yeah,
but
no, we played Heads Up.
you played Heads Up.
Yeah. I
Oh
told
yeah,
you,
I did that
yeah.
on mine. I did that with mine.
Yeah.
Before we went to Austin,
Dude, it
we
kept
did.
dragging on forever.
Why?
So it was all the kids playing, because like our family is mainly older immigrants, Spanish speaking immigrants. So they were like, they didn't know like any like pop culture references or anything. But yeah, they kept telling us to keep playing because they enjoyed it, even though they didn't know like what
They didn't know anything was going on.
No, they didn't know like any like.
So why would they want you to play that?
But they were like, "Oh, keep playing. This is fun." We were like, "Okay." So we kept playing and playing and playing. And also, like, one of my cousins there is like the type of person that's like always
Competitive.
forcing fun onto you.
Really?
Like she can't sit still. Yeah, and I hate those kind of people. I mean, I don't hate her, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I hate those. That's what I thought. Like, I just don't like when people are trying.
I when people force conversation.
Try to force anything. Like,
Like,
don't just be yourself.
After we said grace, at
That's
the
that problem with
table-
that one person I told you about. I was like, the one person we were talking about that was in town on the text
Yeah,
message group.
yeah.
That's the problem I have with that person. It's like, you can just be yourself.
this is how
and
this
just,
girl is
and
like-
just relax. We don't
Yeah.
have to. You don't have to be in control of the
This
whole
girl's like
situation.
high strung like that too. So like after Grace, like just for as an example of like the types of stuff she does. Like after Grace, there's like an awkward silence. So she's like, "So does anyone have any cool stories to tell and stuff?" It's like, what? Like, no, I'm not gonna like, you know.
Yeah,
You were totally distracted.
I told you. She told you. No, she told you good stories, and yeah.
No, she didn't.
Damn
You're
it.
totally
I
distracted.
totally did it. Sorry, you're right.
I mean, you can. If
No,
it's
wait,
important.
it's not important.
Is it?
No. I was distracted. Sorry about
Is
that.
it? You know who?
No, it is not. Thank
My
God.
friend's
Oh
friend?
God. Thank God. No. I'm so scared right now, dude.
Wait, why? What happened?
I just don't.
Can you talk about it?
It just
in
makes
code?
me uncomfortable when people are like,
JP
or when no.
No,
when
JP is currently.
No,
seeing a
Jay. JP is not. Stop doing that. No. Well, it just makes it comfortable when people are just like in your face, like about stuff like that. 'Cause
Like
they're
compliments?
yeah, or just like, you know, I don't know you.
Coming on too strong?
I don't know you. Yeah, coming on too strong. Like I don't know you that well.
That's interesting. She was playing so hard to get.
That's what I thought too. I was like,
Did it
when
flip after?
It just weirded me out. I was not expecting.
But, like-
I was not expecting to get any text messages or anything.
Yeah.
And then I've been they were getting hit. I told you, getting hit
Yeah,
up.
my friend was like, I was like, we hung out Sunday.
And I thought the same thing because you told me she was talking to a doctor, and I was like, okay, cool,
Yeah,
great. This
yeah.
is like she would. There's
Well,
no
yeah.
shot this will happen.
I saw my girl Sunday, and I was like, "You think she actually likes him?" She's like, she started laughing. She was like, "No, it's probably just short term."
Okay, can I tell you that this person told me that you asked her? That got back to me that you said that.
I didn't say anything.
No. I know, but that would you just say you asked her friend if you thought it was like serious, right?
No, I was like, "Do you think she likes him?"
Right. And that she said no. Well, her friend told that person,
Yeah, my girl told that person.
yeah, and
That what?
then that she asked that,
That
and
I
what
asked
you
that?
said, yeah,
That I asked her.
yes, or no, she said that she said that y'all had a conversation
About y'all.
about us,
Yeah.
and that y'all's response was, "Oh, it's casual," and she's like, "I don't know why they said that," and she said that to me, and I was like, "Oh, I don't." What? Yeah, yeah. And I was like, and then she's like, "Oh, I can't believe they said that."
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she was worried that you would say that to me. I guess.
Oh, because she wants it to not be.
Yeah,
casual.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I
she's-
have no idea.
She was offended
I know
that we assumed it was
yes,
casual.
yes, yes. Yeah, that's how crazy this is.
Wow. Yeah, no, I was just like, hey, do you think she likes him? Because I can't read her, you know? Because like she's like very standoffish.
Would you quit saying stuff like that?
What? I talk about my love life on here.
Yeah, that's up to you. I don't tell you to do it.
Why?
Nobody wants to hear
Who
it either.
cares? Who cares?
Who? Yeah, exactly. Who gives a shit? I care. I don't
Our
want
fans
anybody to
do.
know. Yeah, I
David's
care.
listening probably. He wants to know.
I don't think. I don't think.
What's up,
David.
David?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I just.
So she
don't-
was offended that we assumed that it was casual.
Yes. And
So
that
we-
got back to me. I was like, wait, what?
So that would assume that she wants something more than casual, or she's open to something.
I have no. Yeah, I'm just
clearly.
as confused, and I was like,
and-
what?
Yeah.
And all this is
Adding
like.
that to the text messages she showed me.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Means, oh.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm
some-
just like, whoa. Let's pump the brakes here. Let's pump the brakes, lady.
Looks like we're double dating.
Don't.
Are we going to
That's
Dave
what-
and Buster's?
That's what I was like, whoa. Let's pump the brakes on this one.
Oh, that's funny. Look what you got yourself in, man.
Yeah, but now I'm worried that person will listen to this.
No, they're not. How would they ever?
It's on my Instagram. And that person now has my Instagram.
Well, they don't. I mean, still.
What? They don't know what technology is? What do you?
No, but we could be talking about anyone. We literally could be talking about. I mean, she must assume you're a pimp and you're talking to multiple girls if she likes you.
Why do I feel
like,
like
no.
you paint yourself in a bad light? Please don't paint me in a bad light. I don't consider me and you the same.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, don't consider us the
All right.
same.
So, okay, my bad. You're like, don't put me in the same.
Don't put me
category.
in this with you. I'm not in this with you.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know you haven't had a girl in a while.
Thank you.
Oh, you prefer that to be spread?
Yeah, what
Really?
do I care? I don't. Yeah, what do I say? Whatever you want.
Are you getting me sick, dude?
Oh, dude.
God damn, I haven't been coughing until I got here.
Really? I think it might be the air. Cal, let me get you. I think it's been an hour. What time is it? What time do we start? You think?
9:20, probably.
I'm nervous that this is gonna be super long.
Why?
I don't think it was 9:20 when you started. I haven't been keeping
Yeah, I
track
got
because I
here
usually have the timer on here, but I
I
don't
got
know
here
if
at
I have it on there.
9:05.
Okay.
So we sat around for like 10-15 minutes.
Okay. Well, that being said, I'm out of things to talk about.
Okay. Short one today.
Well, do you have anything you want to talk about?
No. I thought I did on the way here, but no, it ran out. Or I forgot. I did on the way here, but I forgot.
Stories about basketball, about sports, about.
No.
Let me see if I got something here. You were thinking about it on the way here, and then you forgot it.
Yeah.
Well, you're an asshole. I got there. I like these Reddit. I tell you the Reddit posts that I follow. There's two I really like to listen to. Is one is relationship advice. The other one is like, "Am I the asshole?" Where people like write in, give you a scenario, and they ask if you're the asshole or not.
Yeah.
I thought this one was pretty good because I was like, I'm not really sure. If it's like I'm not really sure. So maybe I'll read the story to you and you tell me what you would do.
Okay.
My 56-year-old wife died at the age of 51 from a car accident. I was in deep.
What? My 56-year-old wife died at the age of 50.
You might, yeah. This is a person writing into Reddit.
How is she 56 if...
He.
Oh. Wait, what?
My wife died at the young age of 51 from a car accident. The guy is 56. Sorry,
okay.
it's in parentheses. Sorry about that. I was in deep mourning for about a year after her death. I met a new girlfriend, we'll call her C, at a 43-year-old female around January. C was the one who made me laugh for the first time after my wife died. She's smart as hell, 3 Ivy League degrees, has a dark sense of humor that I love, a terrific cook, and overall amazing woman who I can imagine spend the rest of my life with. She also is a little bit on the heavier side. The fact becomes irrelevant later. I have 2 children, E, the 25-year-old male, and A 19-year-old female. They were well aware that I had gotten a girlfriend before I first introduced them to C this summer. She got along immediately with E, but A was very standoffish. After the initial meeting, I asked A if there was something wrong, but she denied it. C made a few more attempts to get to know A, but they were rudely rejected. E and A both came home for Thanksgiving dinner. I asked A to please be polite during the meal since she's always rude in her interactions with C, even though C has been nothing but gracious in return. The dinner was going well. It could not have for the first 10 minutes. Wait, dinner was going well as it could have for the first 10 minutes, although I noticed a glaring before I noticed A glaring at C the entire time. When C went to grab the third helping of mashed potatoes, A said, "Don't you think you've eaten enough, you fat pig?" C started sobbing and immediately ran off into the bedroom. I felt my face turn red and I told A to get out. About a half hour after A left, I texted her stating that I would no longer be paying for her tuition unless she, 1, she apologized to C, and 2, C accepts her apology. A must have assumed that I was bluffing because she instead doubled down on her behavior at Thanksgiving dinner. I then logged on to her university tuition payment website, canceled next semester's tuition. I sent A screenshot, but she called me crying and begging me to reconsider, but I told her my mind was made up. So do you think that she's being an asshole, or that he's being an asshole?
Is she willing to apologize? It would depend. If she was willing to apologize.
No, that's what he was saying. He was saying he has to apologize. She has to apologize to A has to apologize to C for him to start paying her tuition again.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, like, when she called crying because he actually did take it away, did she was she like,
no?
I'll apologize now.
No, she did not say that.
Like,
or
too late?
He did not say that. He did not say that she turned it around and apologized.
No, I don't think he's an asshole for taking it away. Even though,
really,
yeah,
that was quick. Why do you say that?
Because she sounds like the bitch.
Her mother died not too long ago, and this new lady is coming to take over her house.
She's a self-centered bitch.
I don't think so. Okay.
Yeah, she is.
I think you got to consider.
You have to think about your dad's happiness.
I think you got to consider that she's a 19-year-old female.
I think from C's point of view, what if she called me a fat pig, I would remember that she's hurting from her mother's passing,
right? And
I wouldn't take it personal.
Okay, then.
But from the dad's point of view of like raising a human being, you're raising a bitch. Because she's only thinking about herself and her own pain, and she's not thinking about, hey, my dad's lonely and he's happy right now, and I should be happy that he's happy and he wants this. She's only thinking about herself. She's a self-centered 19-year-old who thinks the world revolves around her.
Hang on, let me see. How long were they apart for? My wife's been dead for about a year after her death.
A year?
Yeah.
That's pretty quick. Okay.
I was in deep mourning for about a year after her death. Made her around January. Left the first time. Yeah, so it sounds like it was a year after he died.
That's pretty quick.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
That's pretty quick.
It's pretty quick.
Okay, that changes things.
Exactly. And she's a 19-year-old woman, and her mom just died, and now she's got this new wife.
Yeah, but she sounds very childish.
No,
she is 19.
She is 19. That's what I'm saying. I think that the father should realize
there should have been a punishment. Taking away their college is not.
Yeah, taking away college is not the right one.
Yeah,
I think that the dad probably overreacted in this sense, and they both got to look. He's definitely got to look at it from her perspective. Yeah, he got over it and he's ready to move on, but his daughter lost her mother a year ago, and now there's a stranger sitting where she used to sit at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
So I definitely would not expect her to get along automatically.
Yeah,
and I would not try to force that relationship. And I would try to understand that my daughter, even though I'm over it and I'm happy, my daughter is still not over it. And you have to give her time for that. And could she have not said, hey, have another? Yes. I would be like, look, I get that you're not happy with me dating this. That's fine. You don't have to be. I'd be like, look, you don't have to stay there until you're comfortable. I get that. We'll have Thanksgiving dinner with me, just me and your brother, until you are comfortable. That's fine. But whenever you do have interactions with her, you cannot say she's a fat pig. Just do that solid, But you got to understand, because I felt that. I don't know,
man. Though, like at 19, I had the wherewithal to know not to say that to someone. Even if I would. Right?
I got you. I'm not saying.
So she literally sounds like a girl.
I know.
Like, imagine those girls.
I know. But she lost. What about her mother? Was her best friend, and
Yeah.
she just lost her in a car accident. It's not like she.
Yeah,
knew
we don't
she
have
was-
enough information.
It's not
on
like she was.
her.
It's not like she knew she lost her overnight in a car accident. So it's not like she was like knew she was gonna die. It just happened all of a sudden. And it happened to her. She was graduating from high school, and her mom's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big. That's a pretty big time for a girl to not have her mom anymore.
Damn.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I think they both could have
Yeah.
done better, but I think
I think he may have overreacted.
I think
a bit.
I don't think he understood her emotions.
Yeah. But she also doesn't.
I don't know, because I've been in that situation. I mean, I've been in situations like, you know, when your parents get divorced, it's like the same thing. And
Well,
meeting new people.
Me and my sister have been in that position where my dad has a new girlfriend, and we're like, thank fucking God.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he's so lonely and like he's blowing up our phones all the time. It's like, Dad, like we can't, like, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're like, thank God he has someone to talk to now.
Hey, wait,
aside
how
from
many
us.
girlfriends does he have? Does he have a girlfriend now?
Yeah. He's talking. Yeah. He's got a girlfriend in Argentina that's coming to visit him. He's already
Oh,
going
wow.
to visit her.
How'd they
Like
meet?
a friend of a friend.
Wow.
Actually, my mom's best friend, who like is at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's her like best friend from Argentina.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so she was like, "Hey, you should." She's a widower too,
Oh, that's nice.
and so she hooked him up.
That's like a love story, man.
I mean, yeah, she's cool. She's nice. I've talked to her a few times.
Cool.
But me and my sister were just so relieved. We were like, "Thank fucking God!" Like he's just alone in his house all day. He works. You know, like what kind of
Yeah,
life is
yeah,
that? Like
yeah,
he
yeah.
needs someone.
You're like that, though?
Yeah, no, but I go out every night and stuff like that.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
He doesn't do anything?
I mean, he tries to be as social as possible, but you know, like
yeah, but you're that age. I got you.
yeah, like I do social stuff like every day,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So we were just relieved.
That's great. Good for him.
But I think it's different with like, as a boy, if someone dates my dad, I don't give a shit. I don't know.
Right.
Well, actually, no. Maybe.
But what about if the
that's it.
person was a complete, like, you hated the person? Like, what if you were like, Dad, what are you doing dating this girl? Like, what if he was dating, like, a drunk or someone that was real gossipy or...
I would tell him, point blank.
Be like, hey, what are you doing? Don't do this.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I say that, but there is a situation
not
right
so-
now.
it's not
no, there's
so?
a situation in my life right now where it's kind of similar to that.
Oh, shit. Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
of course. I know what you're talking about. You told me about it the other day.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I haven't said anything to her, but
Don't get too...
yeah, I know. Well, she's
Wait.
never gonna hear this.
Would you say something?
I don't know if I told you.
Do you
what
not
she-
like him that much?
Did I tell you what she told me during Thanksgiving?
Oh, she said, don't do it.
Yeah, but there was other stuff.
Oh,
too.
no, you didn't tell me the other part.
No,
Tell me, did you secretly tell me the other part?
I can tell you off air.
Yeah. Oh, it's not so easy now. Now it's not so easy. Oh, you can talk about my shit.
Well, no,
but now you can't put your shit out
Hers
there.
is serious, but yeah,
It's like serious
yeah, it's different. There are lives at stake.
lives.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, but no, like confronted with that
So
situation.
you're telling me there's still a chance? Hey, that's what I'm talking about, big guy.
But yeah, like confronted with that situation, you're like, would I have the balls to say something? And I guess I haven't.
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, if you're worried about this person's, when it gets to the point where you're like, I'm genuinely worried about this person's well-being, and I don't think they're making
Yeah,
the
I
right.
think- yeah.
I think they're blinded and they're not seeing the full situation.
But okay, but if the person's just annoying,
If the person's just annoying, then it's something you're gonna have to deal with. You just find the person annoying.
can't say anything.
You can't say anything. It's just
That's what I
you're
think.
just gonna have to deal with it. It
Yeah.
has nothing to do with you. As
see,
long-
that's the issue here. Like,
I mean, yeah,
he's gonna treat her right.
yeah. If he said, yeah, there's nothing you can do about that.
He's
you're just
just-
gonna have to deal with that.
I'm just like, really, this guy?
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but I
think-
mean, if
yeah.
it was like a this person could ruin my person, the person I love's future.
Yeah.
Then you know,
Or he's like,
you-
yeah.
or if it's like a real danger and
Yeah.
I think they're not seeing
Or a
straight,
threat to,
or a
like,
threat,
oh.
you know, yeah, then
Not like even like physically, but like a threat to like,
right to her happens.
Yeah.
In the future, or
Yeah.
their happiness,
Okay.
in the future.
Damn.
Then yeah, you got to say something.
you're
but if
right,
it's
though.
just like, oh, I'm just
Yeah.
this person's just
dick.
yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's true. I generally agree with that.
Luckily, you're not gonna have to see them that often, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And you can always make, that's the thing, you can always make friend nice for like a couple hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, who cares?
That's what we usually do.
yeah.
So, yeah. Alrighty.
Went on that note.
That note.
That was a great one, though.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun. I think that was about an hour. It's 10:17, right?
I think it's about an hour.
Great. Any other things you want to talk?
No.
You can catch us on
Get better,
Twitch,
man.
live on Twitch, on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes.
Well, not anymore because we're done. But next week.
Next week you will find us. I hope on YouTube, guys. It was clear, and then my camera has been fucking up. I'm gonna have to either buy a new camera or fix this one. I mean, you can still see it, but it's not the best quality. But the sound should be good still. So check it out. I mean, you don't have to look at the pores in our skin. You can still see it. It's just not the high quality as we're used to. But thanks for listening. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Go watch The Irishman. Tell me what you think.
Yeah. Let us know.
Let us know
In the comments.
Yeah, let us know if you think it's as shitty as we did. All right, guys. Bye.
I don't think I've been this nervous with the